This apple tree used to be 10 to 12 feet taller than it is now, and over the years I've been able to significantly cut some of these taller, longer branches in such a way that it has stimulated a lot of growth on the interior of the tree. And so what we're going to do today is we're just going to continue that process. We're going to cut down another foot or two on some of these large branches, tip back some of the water sprouts and other branches on the interior so that we're bringing that fruit load down to a more manageable height so that it's easy to harvest and maintain. These are the kinds of cuts that I'm making each year in order to thin out some of the older wood and make space for the younger branches on the interior. What happens is a tree creates a certain level of redundancy at the top where it's able to collect the majority of the sunlight, and so as we remove some of that redundancy, we make room for some of these lower branches that over time have become quite prolific in producing spurs. And so by removing some of the taller branches, we allow for sunlight to penetrate the canopy onto these lower spurs so that the fruit is more easily accessible. From the top of the tree looking down, you can see some of these large pruning cuts. But in no way do these cuts eliminate the fruiting wood. If anything, all we're doing is making room for the lower spur development. Once the large cuts have been made in the top, it's important to continue to remove more branches by thinning and tipping. It is important that we leave some of the new growth because that is what's going to feed the large pruning cut and allow it to start the healing process as soon as it comes out of dormancy. Right, the pruning is finished. We've successfully reduced several feet of growth, and we're going to allow more sunlight to penetrate the canopy into the spurs that are positioned on sturdy branches. This tree should be able to produce a lot of fruit, and the branches are sufficient to support that fruit load. And yeah, we'll just keep going 1 year at a time and keep moving this tree lower and lower and closer to the ground for easier pruning and maintenance in the future.